Welcome to The Brook, bearing clusters of truth with a splash of common sense.
Good evening and welcome to The Brook, episode number 4. We are once again all together.
Chaos!
In a beautiful state. Someone's volume is up. Dad, probably yours?
No, it's coming from that.
Yours?
No, it was me. I think it's coming from the TV.
Oh, you had it on the TV. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. False alarm. It's good to have everybody with us today. We're in the studio once again. I have no idea what's going on. I left JT up in the booth to fend for himself. So let's get into
JT's back.
Yes, he is back. It is good to have JT back. It's good.
So,
Well, let's do some introductions first.
what's married life like?
We'll get there in the next segment.
Like you don't know.
Well, he's already back, so
Yeah.
must
So
missed us.
good to be in the studio with David,
Good evening, everybody.
Pastor,
Hi.
Peter,
Hello.
and as always, when he's not on a honeymoon, JT
Or
up
normally.
in the booth.
Is it normally like this?
I'm not seeing.
We would love to hear from. Yes, it's up.
It
Nope,
says
that's the wrong
left
one.
on that.
That's the wrong one. Hang on a second.
I don't think I normally do it this way because of that.
Which one are you looking at from, Dad? I got it right there. That's perfect. It's up.
You're not-
We're good.
Dad.
What?
Well, you're so old.
We're rolling. Yeah. All right.
We're doing something.
We love to hear from our listeners during the show. We want to hear from you. So you can send us a text at 920-940-8275. You can request a song. You can also send us a direct message on Twitter and Instagram.
I will
using
try
the
to
Twitter-
check.
The Twitter handle at
Twy?
Canaan
Twy.
_radio. You guys are interrupting my...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my
What are you
intro.
saying?
I'm talking about how important it is to send us song requests, okay? We need those song requests. Otherwise, Brother JT has to choose the songs, and his song selections.
It's okay. We got to kind of ramble because you
I'm
just started
amazing.
the stream. So you got to give everybody
That's
some
right.
time.
Give some people to
kinda
sign on, get
log
on, enjoy life. We don't want people to miss our beautiful intros that
Somebody
we worked
should
so
answer
hard.
these comments.
We're doing good.
We're doing great. We've got a
Super.
couple of
Feels
guests in the
heaviness.
studio with us today.
Yes,
We're going
we
to talk about
do.
that in a second. We're not going to get to that just yet. I just trying to make some conversation.
Do I send the song requests?
Yes,
to
you can send them to
JT?
JT. Yes. JT, you just text message, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Want to make sure that's
why
right.
would Jeff feel heaviness in the air today?
Oh, I don't know. Probably because we're not laughing. It's not heaviness. It's heat stroke.
Yeah.
Humidity. Actually, it's not.
Yeah.
Brother McMurtry, he is with us. I heard his quartet.
Yeah.
Anybody else listen
I
to
thought that was kind of
It
interesting.
was interesting.
He got
It was
4
pretty cool.
preachers from 4 different places, all
The virtual quartet is what he
virtual
called it.
quartet.
That's pretty cool.
The man's boldly going where no pastor's gone before.
JT, are you queued up for? Yeah, I had to make kind of a little jump here. I'm trying to get centered. Are you queued up and ready for the next segment?
I sure am.
Okay, we're gonna give this a shot. It is time for. It is going to be fun to take that little clip of me staring at the camera, blinking my eyes as I'm waiting. Fire away! Fire away is where we talk about anything and everything that we would like to talk about. Brother
Yes.
David, fire away.
My girl's in the studio. She's back here.
She's
Court,
in the
say
back.
hi.
If you just
Is there
stand
a
up, you'll
camera
be
that she
blurry.
can say
If you
hi?
just stand up, you'll be blurry. You can wave.
Hi, Mom, Dad.
Where is she?
Oh, you know what?
Well, you need to get her
nope,
up.
wait,
Yeah, she
nope,
got
there
it.
she is.
Yeah,
Nope, she
come
did.
on.
Oh, perfect.
There.
It worked
There
perfect.
she is.
Very
Okay,
good.
Good deal.
Very good. Okay. And then my wife is in the background, but she's been with us the last few episodes.
Nobody cares about it.
Yeah, she's back there
Wow.
somewhere.
Whoa.
Kaylee, you can lean in and kind of wave a little bit.
She's done that the last 2 weeks.
She's gotten
You
so
switched to David's
fat.
camera. Really, Dad?
Wow.
We haven't announced that on the radio.
Yeah, we did we?
last
Did we?
week? I thought
Yeah,
it
we
was
did.
last week.
You know what? I don't remember. I was up there, and I don't remember anything when I'm up there.
I mean, you kind of only... Never mind. You did.
What is going on? Right.
The heat is up today.
Yes, Brother Peter, talk about
Glad-
something.
It was... well, wait. Are we talking about what mainly happened, like, later? Safe space, or are we...
No, this is you can. This,
This
is
is
fire away.
fire away.
This is it.
Okay.
Talk about it.
We had an epic parade today, besides all the wind and all the heat. But it was good. We had a lot of kids this year. No one had at least discernible heat stroke. Mm-hmm. Plenty of water and ice today.
Yeah,
that was good.
We did Did we say we?
You know
did a
what?
parade.
Do we have that
Did we-
recording?
Which
What
one?
recording?
Oh,
was terrible.
So if you're wondering what we're talking about, there's a parade every year that North Platte has in the middle of what is called Nebraska Land Days, which is like a month-long celebration of Nebraska. I don't really know what it is. But anyway, they have a big parade every year, and we always put one of our buses in it, and we have a fancy float.
Fancy.
And every year we use the parade to advertise for Vacation Bible Camp. And so today the temperature was, what was it when we were out there?
It was close to 100.
Yeah, it was right at 100. It was hot. The wind was hot.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
And when the wind is hot,
Yeah.
you know it's really hot.
Did you want to add anything about the parade?
No, it was great. It was a good time. Had a great time. Enjoyed. Was struggling with the heat in the pickup.
Yeah,
Your window was open. It must have been horrible.
Did your feet get calluses on your feet from the gas pedal? Hitting the
Yeah.
gas pedal.
Yeah. That guy's like,
the break?
you can keep the candy. I'll take the truck.
I was throwing candy, which I thought we weren't allowed to do it, but no one said anything. And there's other floats that
Oh,
were
there's
throwing
plenty
candy.
of others.
But I was
See, what you do
throwing
is you
candy
find
off
an
of the
official,
float.
you find an official or a police officer, and you get them to let you throw it to them. Then you're like, oh, I'm good. I threw it to an official.
No one ever said anything.
Exactly.
So, but I was throwing at people. They were trying to catch it. I got it in somebody's cup. It was awesome.
So I would like to say something.
Oh,
JT said it like
even let the
15
reminder. You know, I better check mine. Yep.
I literally just am checking mine now.
Mom sent a video.
Is that of us doing?
Why would she send it to me?
Gabe, this is I don't know what this is. It's a slushy. Just orange. Is it like orange
Orange
soda?
Fanta.
Orange Fanta?
Yeah.
Orange Fanta.
good.
Root beer.
Mine is. What is mine?
So good.
Mountain Dew
So
Code
good.
Red. Code red.
That's yours.
Mine is
What is yours,
Coca-Cola.
Dad?
If I look at you,
You said root beer.
what are we doing? Don't.
Really, guys?
You saw it here first.
You saw it. I'm being abused. It's adult abuse.
Abuse
Then
an
I'm
adult.
going to run away to my house.
Bye. David has a way of knowing when he's irritating me, and he just has a great time doing it.
Hey, David.
What?
Has Brother McMurtry received his special edition Brook mug?
It's in the
mail.
no, it's in the process.
It's shipping and handling.
Shipping
It's
and handling. We have
mainly
mainly
handling.
handling.
Wow.
It's only been 2 weeks.
You have to come here to get it, okay? We said you get a free mug, not free shipping. So either send us money to ship it to you or come get it.
Wow.
Technically, this is Kaylee's fault. I
Kaylee.
delegated this to her.
No, what?
I don't know if she accepted, but I just delegated it. Okay. Dad, what did you want to say?
I want my coffee mug.
Oh dear. Now we're gonna
Hey,
lose
can you
a
send that
faithful
song
listener.
to a group message with JT and myself so that I know what song it is? So if
got
I
you.
decide to send us to a song.
Hey, let us know when we can go on with our program, guys.
We're still talking about.
We're still talking about nothing. We're kind of just filling up some space here.
I would like to complain about the traffic in North Platte.
What?
Last night I went to the airport and I had to wait to cross the bridge. And I ran into construction.
Yeah,
The one that
was
they're
rough.
redoing.
Yeah.
Which bridge?
The bridge just out of town before you get to the airport.
I was
They're
going to say, I
redoing
thought they
it.
finished all the bridges here in town.
It was, minute and a half wait.
Oh, my
It's tough.
word.
It just put me behind schedule.
Life
Oh, my
is
word.
Was that what it was?
such a
Bet
struggle.
David was biting at the bit.
I don't know, David. Why don't you tell us what it was?
No.
I want to say a shout out real
I'm not
quick
gonna blame anybody.
to Christy.
Christy, shout out. Beautiful
Shout out to
bag.
Christy. She did a phenomenal job screen printing the string backpacks that we carry the candy around in. What are you doing?
His own thing.
That's normal.
I was trying to send it to you.
David, did you get the request that Brother
I'm
Mercury put
I'm
in the
working on
chat?
it.
Who is this king?
No, I haven't got that one yet. I'm working on it. Are you gonna do it?
I'm just going to send it. Oh, I spelled McMurtry way wrong. You know what? Everyone knows it is.
It's in the chat.
I know, but I just was typing it and I added an extra
Brother
T.
Crawford, you can get a coffee mug.
Crawford?
Brother Crawford, you can get a coffee mug
$15
on our store. For you, we'll raise the price $5. Family and friends discount.
You got the video?
I will have to queue it up for a different segment because I don't have access to the laptop up there that we run the videos on. So I will get it set for one of our others. Probably at the end. I'll have it ready at the end. Let's go to a song. Let's do that. You can text us 920-940-8275. That is how you send us your song requests. Or you can post a tweet or send us a DM on Instagram or Twitter at Canaan_radio. What is going on over there? What are we laughing at?
You'll have to rewatch the show.
Are you picking your nose?
No.
Okay.
I'm watching David make noises with his orange drink. I'm just looking at him.
You're hiding behind your microphone.
I was just looking.
Can't see your
I'm
face.
like this.
Okay.
You got to choose that.
How much are the mugs with shipping and handling?
Who's asking?
$47.50.
Check our website.
Gas prices.
Go look it up.
Brother Jeff's website.
look it up.
Brother Jeff's website.
When we get back from break, we'll tell
Yeah,
you.
we'll tell you when we figure it out.
It's somewhere.
/print.
No.
Shop.
Yes.
Exactly. 920-940-8275. Let's go ahead and get into the first song. I believe it's Standing on the Solid Rock. We're going to play that song. Mickey requested it. We'll be right back. Mean tweets. We decided this week that we're just going to do one. So, Pastor has this week's mean tweet.
I have a mean tweet every week,
This is true.
and you guys alternate. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So every week. Now, I overloaded you guys with like 4 or 5 mean tweets.
You did give us a few, but that's
I did.
okay.
But this is the one we went with.
Let me switch to it real quick on the live stream.
I can't even eat Skittles without my stomach getting sick.
Taste the rainbow.
Give us why that is an issue there.
Okay, how about this? I got a couple reasons why. Leviticus 18, 22, 23, and 24. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast, defile thyself wherewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto is confusion. Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. Then let's see. What about this one? This one says, if a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with woman, both of them have committed an abomination that shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. I don't know how much clearer a person would have to get than that. Those are Old Testament. Old Testament verses don't count because this is the Old Testament. Well, I'm glad you said that. I mean, at least you're smart enough to know they're in the Old Testament. But in Romans chapter 1, verse 26 and 27, for this cause God gave them unto vile affections. Just in case you real smart people who knew that those other verses were in the Old Testament, you should know what vile affections means. It's not a good thing. It's a bad thing. Mm-hmm. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. Sounds to me like God is against homosexuality. Mm-hmm. And I guess I'm just a little bit bitter because tomorrow is Father's Day. And This whole month has been hijacked by, I don't even want to say it, Pride Month.
Yeah.
Pride cometh before a fall, and a haughty spirit before destruction. Anyway, I will not say that someone doesn't have the right to exist, but I will say this: to try to normalize your ungodliness is repulsive, and we have every right to speak our mind, to speak up against it, and I plan on doing that. So, of course, the tweet, I can't even eat Skittles without my stomach getting sick. I guess I had another one in there. I kind of liked it. I'm going to share it because yeah, because that's how I am. And that was this one. Old school be like, today's generation is so gay. That's old school right there. I mean, old school.
Yeah.
I was sitting there looking at the parade route today, and I felt so burdened and broken for all of the children who are so simple and need adults to protect them. And they're being handed gay pride flags.
Yeah.
And these kids don't know what that means. They don't know what that stands for.
Right.
And they got no idea. And the public schools conditioning them, and the queers already had their parade here in North Platte. They didn't need to come out for this one. This one, they didn't have to go push their agenda. But what's really sad to me is that Christians can't find a way to take a stand against sin, any kind of sin, all sin.
Right.
And although some sins turn my stomach more than others, all sin turns God's stomach. And there might be different degrees of sin for man, but there's only one degree of sin for God.
Yes.
And if we want to raise godly children, we've got to teach them to turn away from those kind of things. It just ought to be something that's not funny. It's crept into all the cartoons and Disney, and it just is. It's a normalization of that kind of thing. Now, I just don't understand Christianity accepting it so easily. So that's my mean tweet. And this is open for discussion, so y'all can say what you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's very disheartening to see that. I don't think we've been in part of this parade for quite some time. Yeah. And I haven't seen every float, but I don't think I've ever seen a gay pride float before. I think
that wasn't a float.
It was a van with
some stuff tacked on the side.
Yeah, and big old 6'2" cross-dressing man walking through the middle.
Here's the problem I struggle with. I think it's our job to give out the gospel. I don't believe in this idea that you can look at somebody and say they are saved or they're not saved. But I dead sure can tell you that I believe the Bible supports us as Christians looking at somebody and saying, they ain't acting saved. Right. That's not a Christ-like attitude. Right. And if you are saved, the Bible says you're a new creature in Christ.
Right.
So those old ways, you should pretty much be moving the opposite direction. And so I don't have bitterness towards people, but I have hate for sin. God said we're supposed to hate what he hates.
Right.
Yeah.
And that word abomination, that is a hate, just a very fervent hatred for that sin. And I think as Christians, that kind of sin should bother us. It should bother us. And if we are taking a stand against other Christians because we feel they're being too harsh. Look, I'll tell you this. I think Brother Tommy's listening. Brother Tommy McMurtry and I, we handle things publicly differently. Now, he probably doesn't have much of a problem saying some of the things that I'm thinking. I would say it differently. But I would never criticize him for taking the stand he takes.
Right.
I sure do appreciate him doing that when we have a majority of Christians who just try to stay away from it.
Yeah.
And so tip the hat to Tommy McMurtry and his willingness to stand up with that kind of garbage. There's no doubt you don't wonder where Tommy McMurtry stands when it comes to that kind of thing.
I think that partially comes from this new desire for everyone to be careful of their disposition because we're so worried about how we're going to be taken, rather than, which leads people to compromise truth or feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place because if I say something, now I'm mean. I'm mean-spirited.
Well, the thing is you let that garbage into your ministry, into your church, you lose your children.
Right.
Yes.
Being willing to stand and not be a jerk, but being willing to stand, say something. Dude, say something about it.
The world is bold about it.
Look,
Yeah,
I tell you,
absolutely.
They're bold about it.
They don't care who they offend.
They have no problem.
That van that was 25 feet away from us, right? And I watched them. As soon as they saw the church was there, I mean, they were emboldened. They were waving that flag and looking at us. We were pulling up. We were leaving, and they were ahead of us. And all of a sudden, the girl realized she saw the sign, the Be Real advertisement on the top, and she started getting her flag out to go, wave in our face. They can be that bold with their sin. I don't understand why we can't be that bold with the Word of God.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about hating people or being hateful. I think it's about taking a good, strong stand for what is right. And I'm not going to let they're just not very tolerant to us, I don't think.
Yeah.
And so
It's
just
a
kind of
constant
stuff makes me mad.
amazement to me that they've taken the symbol they have and they use that, the flag, the rainbow. I mean, what the rainbow was originally, obviously, read the story of Noah, it was given as God's sign that he would not judge the world and destroy it completely in water.
No, but
Again.
don't get excited, you
Yeah.
queerbos out there.
Well, what I'm saying is that they take that symbol that
God's
God
going to destroy the world with fire.
Yes, but they take God's symbol of mercy and wave it in God's face.
Right. Yeah.
And they're saying, this is ours. But it's not theirs. It was God's, saying he's going to be merciful.
I believe we were better off when you were in public. When I was in public school, we were better off. Just when a boy acted sissified, you just let him know that wasn't acceptable. Used to be you had good peer pressure. It was a necessity. I didn't say it was always done right, but that good peer pressure made people think. Now we got is queer pressure.
Yeah.
I think
I got 3 mean tweets in today.
part of the reason that society has degraded to where it is because there are no fathers in the homes keeping that type of things. Manly fathers keeping those types of tendencies out of their children. I can remember when I was 4. I actually remember this. You just said this about like school kids doing something. We correct. I actually remember 4 or 5 years old. I don't even remember why, but I remember walking. I think I had I was like limp wristed or something. I don't even know why, but I remember you come up behind me and said, "What is your problem? Don't walk like that. That's girly." And I remember like, "Oh." And from then on, I never, I don't even know why I was walking like. Yeah, I paid attention.
Yeah, you're like.
But the problem, that's what
Right.
sons need. They need a dad to come up behind them and be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, son?"
So here's the thing: they think they're born with these tendencies, and they're different than other boys. And here's the thing that's crazy about it is,
I don't like saying tendencies. That's
okay. Well, you can pick my words apart. Or
I said tendencies
or
too.
you can.
It's got to be trained out of them.
It
does
sin is sin.
because both you guys, at times when you were little, there were just things that. Okay, seriously.
You guys stop. He had to take the opportunity to get a jab in. Go ahead.
At least he admitted he was.
I was never.
He was no.
Never
Yeah. We weren't sure.
What?
We weren't sure.
I don't even know what that means.
What God had
we
given
weren't
us
sure.
at first.
A man, a boy. How are you not? Ouch.
This
I quit.
Cut this segment out.
Offensive.
I'm just saying.
That is why
we're
both of
broadcast.
you, but both of you knew. Both of you knew. I immediately got on you when you acted sissified. No, I said, "Well, we're not playing that." And yeah, you're taught that. And one thing I think that was helpful is you had a mother who said, "I'm not getting in the way of my husband being a man around them boys. Right. And I think I appreciated Jill letting me, and at times probably harder than I had to be, but still, it balanced out.
You didn't let us talk like a girl, walk like a girl, act like a girl, whine, cry. Yeah.
It's good.
Good.
Yeah. Well, let's go to a song so we can start into the main segment.
Amen.
David's got this segment this week. Don't forget, send us a text 920-940-8275 or direct message us on Twitter and Instagram using the handle at Canaan_radio. We're going to go to the next song, and that next song is We Will Stand Our Ground. This is by Glory Bound. The song is requested by Gabe. We'll be right back.
First Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8 says, For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. In this segment, we entitled it, Do You Even Lift, Bruh? In this chapter, Paul is telling Timothy some of the things that are the most important when it comes to life. He identifies those who are false teachers. He says not to get consumed with pointless myths and fables, not focusing on bodily exercise, suffering reproach and serving the Lord, being bold in Christ even though you are young, being a good Christian example in how you live and talk, giving attendance to reading, not neglecting what God made you to do, and meditating and staying faithful to true doctrine. Paul closes the chapter by saying, For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Not only putting the focus on Timothy himself, but those who are watching Timothy, and that Timothy will be training. Today, we are focusing on the imbalance that is often seen in the area of bodily exercise. Now, there are two sides to this coin, but we're going to start with the stereotypical spiritual gym rat. Actually, it was kind of interesting this week. A video came across my feed on social media, and it was this guy, this sleeveless, ripped guy that was sitting on a bench, and he was like, "Hey, it's so and so. I don't even remember his name. Bringing you another lesson from the rack." Yeah. And he's talking about how it's general, like, sometimes life is like these weights, and we've got to know that God's in us, and He can help us lift these weights, not only in physical life, but in our spiritual life. And he's talking about a pastor, how he's got this iron gym, and he's got guys that come out and work out with them, and that's sort of the stereotype that I'm talking about specifically. But Paul, in this portion of Scripture, was telling Timothy to focus on things that are godly rather than just temporal. Mm-hmm. A body is only temporal. It's just temporary. It is more profitable, Paul says, to put our effort and our focus on exercising ourselves to godliness rather than buffness. Do we put as much time, thought, energy, and care into our spiritual life as we do our physical care? There's a lot of individuals that I've even come in contact with growing up in the Christian walk that are very pro being fit. And that can be those who are really into the gym race, or those who are just really active as far as biking or running or CrossFit. And sometimes growing up, I would look at that area of their life where they seem to be very organized. They seem to have everything to a T. I mean, they're worried about what they're eating, what they're drinking, what they're putting in their body. But all of these other areas in their life, when it comes to godliness, they seem to put no focus and no effort. Very imbalanced way of living. Right. And Paul was saying, what profits more than going to the gym and working out, what profits more than making sure that you're ripped, is making sure that you're godly. Because, yes, we have our physical bodies here on earth, but what we do that's godly will last for eternity. And those are the things that are important. But now, on the other side of the coin, there is also the stereotypical out-of-shape burger stuffing Baptist.
Hey.
It would be just chicken eating. It would be
I like
just
burger stuff and Baptist. This is more accurate.
It would be just as unwise. It would be just as unwise to neglect physical exercise and care for our bodies to a point where we are hindered in our ability to exercise unto godliness. We have one body that's given to us. And more often than not, we like to use this verse as an excuse to start our diet tomorrow. It is just as wrong to be so out of shape that we cannot serve God as we should now and ruin our future health, as it is to think you are more spiritual because you can lift a piece of iron above your head. The ultimate balance here is evaluating yourself and seeing where you're lacking. If you spend more time exercising your body than you do your spirit, you ought to adjust that. If you are maybe a little too pleasantly plump, adjust that and care for your body. Both take character and balance. And as Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1 says, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Amen.
That was good.
I don't have a lot to say.
I was going to say, he covered most. Well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. You should be able to say, okay, am I spending too much time just focusing on my body, but the rest of my life is a mess? Do I read my Bible as faithfully as I go to the gym? I
agree, but I think you're right. It's two-sided, and I think it's part of life. It's being balanced.
Right.
You got to figure out your schedule for the day, how much time you're going to give to Bible reading, how much time you're going to give to other things that you have to do, and everything is part of it. You can't swing too far one way or too far the other.
I think keeping the key of exercising unto godliness, that's the goal.
Right.
So bodily exercise should fall underneath that to help you exercise unto godliness. If you can't walk 3 blocks to go soul winning because you're so out of shape.
I thought you were going to say you can't run to catch somebody and give them a gospel tract.
No. No, if you can't walk
right.
to do something spiritual, then you need to take care of that. If you're out of shape to that point where you are failing to exercise unto godliness, then that's something that's in balance. Now, if you're so fit that you don't have time to go soul winning, then maybe you should skip a gym, go eat a cheeseburger and go soul winning.
That's good.
Cheese. That's going to be a little bit cut. They're going to cut that.
Why do you think we can't do both? Why do we think America struggles with producing Christianity that can do both? Balance it out.
They're too focused on what the world says is success and priorities are set by TV and that, and not by their preacher
or the Bible.
They go to
by
their Bible. You can't miss your show. It's just their priorities are not straight. So if they thought it was important to be exercised to godliness, they would exercise to godliness. But since they see on TV that this is what the world is successful, and they work in the world, they have friends in the world, and they want to please their friends and be popular, then they're going to try to attain those results that gain them popularity.
I think
because they are just of themselves.
I think there's a lot to it. I was speaking from a venue. When I was 22, I weighed 220 pounds, and 2 years before that, I weighed 196 and didn't have much weight on me as far as what's that mass?
Your body
mass index, whatever.
Fat.
So, but the
it's like
but the
fat.
But the circumstances surrounding that was I just spent 4 years in prison. So in prison, one of the things that you do to pass the time is lift weights. So I ate right, balanced meals, worked out, worked a job. Didn't it was just a way of life. Got out, and in 2 years of being single, after getting out of prison, I went from 196 to 220, and after I got married, it was on. And I wouldn't say it's Mom's fault, but I would say that something changed as far as the mindset, and I went all the way up to 440 pounds before I physically said, this has got to change. And so you go and you try to diet. You try every kind of diet there is in the world. And you know what hangry is. And your carb diets make you hangry in a week or 2 weeks of getting on that. And then you want to kill everybody. And everybody hates you.
Everyone
people are just predisposed to be
you got a family, they don't want you to die from being overweight. So they're like, oh, you're great. You're doing the diet. Great. You can do this, Dad. You can do it. And then 2 weeks into there, they're shoving cheeseburgers down your throat because you're an animal. You're a beast. And it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. But eventually get to the place where I feel like I wish I would have had the benefit of a good, consistent home growing up. And I really hope that the home life that you guys got will allow you to avoid the ballooning up that's genetically in you. I prove that it's there. And that you keep that under control, but not at the cost of winning people to Christ or serving the Lord. I just challenge you both through your years of having children and growing older to find a way to stay fit and fit spiritually and physically.
It's good.
I think God will bless you for that. So
I was just going to say, I think one of the reasons is you did touch on it when you were in prison. What is something that you did to escape? Is you worked out. I think it is somewhat an escape. Just as some people eat food to escape, I think some people they get that from working out.
Mm-hmm. Christians escape the changes they have to make by changing what they can control.
Right. And it does make you feel good. I mean, it makes you feel successful. It makes you feel whatever. But that's obviously in balance. And I think the key is, what are you focused on? What is your end goal?
Is it to pit them against each other? You know what I'm saying? I think that needs to be taught. It's rational thinking and a responsibility of parents and education systems, schools, churches, all to keep that in front of an individual. That's their job to be a good steward of their body. Mm-hmm. But they also need to be a good steward of their soul and their spiritual life. So I know that it's often used to discredit other people. So if you have an overweight pastor and he's preaching something to you, you dismiss what he says in certain areas. So I just there's a balance there. And I think we can do nothing but benefit the next generation by encouraging them to do both. So I do think what we're talking about, though, is this idea of the Christian tendency that we see in our realm of putting a lot of emphasis on going to the gym and
bulking up
and putting all the look what I am. Mm-hmm. And I think the Christians should be teaching their children to say, hey, spiritually bulk up and look what he is. So
yes,
I'm not a tree hugger or a planet hugger, but I do think we have. I'm not global warming stuff. I don't buy into all that junk, but I do think that we do affect our world. Mm-hmm. So being responsible for that is important to some degree.
Yes,
but I'm not going to go overboard on it. Mm-hmm. So it's my 2 cents.
Balance.
Evaluate yourself.
I think it's important to boil down either side of that coin, boil it down to its most fundamental reason. What's the reason that a person spends so much time? They care a lot about how they look. Mm-hmm. Their care is in a certain place. And that place, it's on the flesh. People who don't take care of themselves at all.
So on the other side, they don't care.
But it's still, they don't care about... It's the same thinking. It's just
it's a different
imbalance.
Portion of their
flesh.
It's
just imbalance, and it's just like you said.
It's both vain. They're both vain.
Exactly.
One is vain. Look at me, and one is vain. I don't care. They're both about me.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good preaching, Ron. I like the way you just said that.
I'm glad I could set that up for you.
That was good. Thank you. You threw me the ball, and I'm
out of the
home run.
Are we good? We're gonna go to song.
No, I think it's a great segment.
All right,
need to be said.
Let's go to a song. The next one, Brother McMurtry requested, "Who Is This King?" We've got Gospel Light Baptist Church.
We did last one.
No, we just did that one.
Oh, we were supposed to do "We Will Stand Our Ground."
We did that. We're on our third song.
You got to.
We're on our third song.
Hey, if you're gonna punch in.
So the first song was "Standing on the Solid Rock."
Yes.
The second song was "We Will Stand Our Ground."
We also did
that. The third song would be "Who Is This King?"
What?
Welcome
I'm
back.
only going to go to a
I've only
song
announced
here
2
in a
songs,
minute.
JT.
I don't know why we were thankful
This is
for
the
you.
third one. Just kidding. Yeah, exactly. This is the third one.
So tell us how
Standing on
married
the-
life is treating you.
Oh, okay. See, I missed the that second one by Gabe.
Did you,
Okay.
Oh, you played Who Is This King?
Yeah, I did Standing
Okay.
on Solid Rock. Last
All right.
one I
So
did
the
was
last
Who's This
song
King?
was Who Is This King? This
Yes.
one is
I
We
have
Will Stand Our
Prodigal
Ground.
Son. Cute.
Well, I don't want to skip Gabe's because his
Well,
was.
Can we do that?
We
one
can
next?
skip Gabe. We don't.
I don't care. Let's do Prodigal Son by the Prophets, requested by Brother Crawford. And we'll be right back. I think the
No one
crunching-
can be judgy right now.
That's right.
This is our safe space.
If you don't like it,
Want to do you?
Sure.
too bad. You might notice we lost Peter. He got
Are
mad.
you just eating Dad's snack?
He gave it to me.
Pete, we decided this is our safe space. Nobody can say anything about it.
We have to crunch into the
Everybody knew you
microphone.
went to the bathroom.
Now they do. Pete was in the back.
Except that's not where I went. So
Oh.
Well,
Weren't-
dude, why'd you leave?
I had to go get something.
Was it a snack?
Had to go work out.
No, I
bro.
printed off something for tomorrow. I went to go retrieve it. Just to
Good.
make sure it was done.
Safe space.
Yes. Safe space. This is a place that is safe. The end.
We have.
We don't like to spend a lot of time here, okay?
My safe space was this week. I fixed our jet ski after 2 years of it being down. First year, we waited 6 months on a jet ski jack that I had specially made for the jet ski, which is an epic tool. I mean, it'll pick the jet ski up, flip it up so you can do all the work on the underbody of it. And the jet ski had experienced some very traumatic damage. And so it sat in my garage on that jet ski jack for about a year. Because last year we didn't use it at all. But I decided we was going to get it done. So I went out this week and worked on it. Got everything done, went to paint it. And I used a single stage paint, just like the bus paint, basically. And mixed what it called for 3-to-1 on the hardener. So 3 parts paint, 1 part hardener.
That's a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what it called for.
Oh.
Thing is, it wouldn't dry.
Are you sure it was 3-to-1?
Yeah, it was
No,
3 to
it's supposed
1.
to be 1 to 3.
It wasn't drying. And usually, how long does that take? Maybe 4 hours to.
To the touch,
Yeah.
it's only maybe an hour.
Okay, so literally six hours went by and it was still tacky.
Wow.
So I took 2 heaters, electric heaters. I closed my garage up, cranked those heaters. It had to be 160 degrees in there. And in the morning it came out, it was hard.
Tell you what, ain't nothing breaking that jet ski now.
You put armor plate on it.
So she's ready to go in the water now. Praise the Lord.
Nice.
Amen.
Nice.
So don't do it.
So annoying.
Safe space, guys.
My safe space. My girlfriend is here,
Aw.
and nobody could possibly say anything bad about her anyway. But beautiful, smart, talented.
wears glasses.
Very,
amazing.
very
That was a
poor taste.
She's 4.
Poor taste.
Hey, you're not
That's not
allowed
what
to say
Dave
anything
said.
bad in
He
this.
said
football.
she was rich.
Oh no.
Poor taste in football teams.
No, we're not allowed
We're not
to
talk about that. Yeah, we can't talk about that because
Not
we don't
allowed
even
to.
want to
Why not?
mention the
No.
name of the
No,
safe place.
safe
Safe
space.
space.
That's right. Safe. It's safe.
Everything
You're
is
safe.
great.
It's okay.
It was good to finally meet her. Yeah.
I'm like,
You can't take my safe space. Get your own.
Yeah, get your own.
my safe space. My safe space is I appreciate that JT's back to screw it up. So
You
I'm not the
can't
one to
say
yell
anything
that.
bad.
That's good. It's him. It's not me. It's safe.
He
No
appreciates
bad,
that he's
no
not
negative.
messing
No
it up
negative.
anymore.
No negative.
I am so thankful that JT misplaced some of the timing and cues to get it wrong, so that I said the word wrong. It's negative. Do we really have-
JT is doing
Welcome
a
to the
special effort to
spin
make
zone.
you look
Thank you,
good.
He's doing a
Love you,
bang-up
JT.
job.
Wow.
Remember, the spin starts here.
Right.
Wow.
No, that was a couple.
That's
that was that was
copyrighted,
season
isn't it?
one.
Did you do yours?
It's supposed to be stopped.
My
here.
safe space is that I had a lot of fun building the float this year, and it did not blow over.
Yes,
Yeah, it was
no.
actually
Praise
good.
God.
was
And
good.
on my word, there is a 24-mile-per-hour wind coming directly from the south. So on my way back out there this
Wow.
afternoon, it was like, it was a lot more
Let me
fun
see if I can put a
going back out there
screenshot
than
on
We've
it
got
was.
to,
I can
yeah,
put a
so
screenshot.
people can see.
And let me just say, while he's finding that screenshot, I'm very blessed as a pastor to have the church staff and workers that we have, all the people that came out to be part of the parade, daycare ladies, those that stayed and manned the daycare at the other place. Appreciate all the parents letting their kids be part of it. It was just it's a great testimony every year for our church in that parade. People, you just don't know the effect you're having on folks, and they see you every single year, and they know the faces, they know the people. So I'm blessed as a pastor to have y'all, and I'm appreciative the last week seeing how much work has been done to get things ready.
Okay.
Looking forward to Vacation Bible Camp as well.
Let's see if we can put this up there. This is just like a big shot of the whole thing. We're actually standing up in the. Here, let's switch this.
Are you not
number
playing
two.
Great
Can
to
you
have
hit-
brother.
can you hit MP2.
Great to have
JT?
Brother Tyson officially check in
Did you hear
He
what I
was
said?
here.
during the
JT.
safe space. Was
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, I didn't know he was here.
Okay. So this right
Ooh.
here, this is the
Is this the video?
front. No, this is just it's just an image. But
You
this
can
is
also-
the front of the float. I also have another one that I'm going to switch it to.
You can also get 2 lines unlimited Viera, $80.
Here's the one with David and I actually out there. That should switch automatically. JT, did it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So of course everybody's sitting here in the there we go. It switched. That is the. That's
Why
David.
can't you play the video?
I could do images from here. I would have to load it onto that other laptop, which is what we used.
You could play it to that. Airdrop it to that.
You just play it on your phone and hold it up to the
play
camera.
Since you got Mom sent in a
Hey,
text.
why don't you put it on this computer?
Why don't you just throw it to him?
Why don't I just do it? Because it takes
That's
time.
great.
It takes time.
I
got
let's
that.
see if this
Would you
works.
stop moving around in your chair up there?
Safe place. Safe space.
Yeah, Dad.
A safe
No,
space.
no.
Calm down. It's fine.
Not up there. just down here.
I did.
You've been listening to podcasts?
I listened to all of them.
You did?
I listened
Yeah,
to
he's
all
like
of them.
telling me he listens to all these podcasts, all these different ones.
I listened to them to stay up on
RFP?
whether or not they're talking about it. No, I don't listen to that garbage. That's junk. But the other one that I mentioned, that one's actually is funny. They're funny. Oh, here we go. Do you have audio on that? JT, can you switch to the wide cam?
What are you guys doing in there?
We're waiting for the
It's-
audio.
you need to
Let's
turn the
it up.
the TV's down.
Give me where's the TV control?
We don't know. We've lost it.
Seriously?
It's been lost.
No, there's TV remotes here somewhere. It's right there. It's next to your girlfriend. Okay, hang on. Let me turn it up. Can you go back?
I sure can.
Are people hearing this?
It might be.
It's going to be really bad.
You're the man. I can't hear anything.
It's just like there's a thunderstorm going on behind the
That is
camera.
exactly what it was.
Prizes, fantastic space and activities so full of fun and amazement. All won't want to miss it. I am your host, the real deal McNeil. I'm the real deal McNeil. I can prove it. What I can do. Those big flowers are fake. No. What about this? Wait a second. Those fake magic. Are fake chick. No. It's fake chick.
You is big.
I guess we'll all just have to come this next week. Is the real deal. We'll see you there. Vacation Bible Camp, June
Hamming it up, buddy. Hamming it up.
Oh, good.
Dad'll probably post that on Twitter at some
Yeah.
point. If you want to see
I think Jewel took a video while we were going down the
Oh, she
parade
did?
route. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Pretty sure.
There was some other guy that came up
Yeah,
with a
he had, like, a
gimbal. He's like
gimbal.
all up in people's faces, up on the.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I was hamming it up to him. I was like
Were you?
looking at the camera. Yeah.
I don't know what it was for.
A star is
Me either.
born.
All right, that brings us to the end.
Hey,
been-
6:58. We're gonna do it.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. It's
Then
almost
let's
like
do it.
David's got a date or something.
If he gets married,
What? Where did that come from?
Now they
gets married. We're
All
gonna be on
right.
time all the time.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of The Brook, where we like to make your eardrums bleed if you're wearing headphones.
Yeah.
chips.
And yes, all that also. Join us again next time. Same place, same time, for another fun-filled show. David, Pastor, Peter, JT up in the booth. We didn't see you much today, but we sure do appreciate that you're there. I do. I'm less stressed. I don't have to take my antidepressants before we start. Who's so fine at the Wi-Fi? Why is that up there?
His verse of the day.
Is that your verse of the day?
So fine at the way.
I know, that's funny. That's Proverbs 18. It's 18th today. I read it.
I know. But I think it's funny that you put it up there.
Wow, what is that?
Why are you putting? What are you doing?
I'm reading the verse of the day.
You need.
Is this how you get the verse of the day?
Usually.
We're not going to show that.
Okay. Well,
Thanks for another great broadcast.
No, I gotta read the verse
You can
of the day.
find this show in podcast form on our website, on YouTube, and on iTunes at some point in the future. I did get started on cutting down some of those other episodes.
It's Father's
so we'll
Day
get-
tomorrow. We have a special gift for every father that comes. It's a beautiful knife that says "World's Best Father."
Amen.
Very good. Don't
Knives
miss it.
because my fathers are sharp.
Very good. So don't miss that. That's tomorrow here at North Platte Baptist Church.
Cookout. We're gonna have a cookout. Free food.
Can't wait.
It's 6 o'clock.
Let's go.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Wait, I've got to give the verse.
I know. Okay, I'm getting there. Don't forget to like
Proverbs
and subscribe.
18:22.
Peter! Don't forget to like and subscribe if you join us today on YouTube. And before we go, we would like to leave you with this week's verse of encouragement.
I
Bless
beseech-
God.
Cut it off.
Romans 12:1, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
And with that, we're going to play the final requested song as soon as I can get my text messages open so I can see which one it was. Which one is it, JT?
The glory bound one.
Glory Bound. Which one?
We stand our ground.
Oh, we will stand our
Gabe,
ground.
requested by Gabe.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
Okay.
There are forces in the world.
The Brook, a ministry of North Platte Baptist Church.